This is a semi-dive inspection of Seawall in Fort Lauderdale, 21 of December 2020. Looking at the king pile concrete pre-stressed concrete panel wall with batter piles showing horizontal crack on the panels and also on the king piles and the batter piles, so the wall is definitely under some form of stress. Looking at the top side, the upland side of the seawall, there's a lot of insects in the backyard, and there's issues that are very clear of the hydrostatic pressure on the seawall. And you can see it here. Panel number 3 also shows multiple hairline cracks. We'll look underneath the water now. So that seawall does not have a footer. So there's no concrete footer. You can see here on the king pile, the crack here on the corner. The wall looks to be semi-plumb. It's straight enough, but you can see on the king piles a lot of corrosion and the cracks on the forward frame of the rebar frame of the king pile here too. And this panel actually has only one hairline crack on the top. Here is a much better, much more defined crack. It's already starting to separate here a little bit. Still considered a hairline, but you can see how it's very much definitive, and so is the king piles. Definitely concrete restoration will be recommended for this type of structure to extend its life. The cap is a newer cap. It was put later. As you can see, the color is different between the concrete. This is the next panel, also showing a very long horizontal crack along the mid to high part of the panel, and the batter piles as well. Again, you can see like consistently throughout. This panel has 2 horizontal cracks, one running on the top part of the panel, and the other one is right here in the mid to high, going down here, and then going back right there into the wall, and the batter pile as well. You can see that there's definitive hairlines. This panel is in somewhat better condition. Just some hairline cracks right here at this part, and some rust coming through the panel. This batter pile shows quite extensive spalling. The concrete is splitting away, and you can see also the rebar is rusting. The next panel, again, horizontal cracks, very defined throughout the panel. These are all in the upper areas. We're going to shoot the lower areas in the second video. Again, one before last to the east, and you can see the hairline crack kind of going up and down, showing again the batter pile. And then you can see some rusting right there at the corner. The batter pile here also has some restoration to be done on it. Some less cracks, more rust coming through. And the final panel, the eastmost, shows multiple hairline cracks, and there are weep holes in the seawall, but these are the old types that don't have any check valve, and pretty sure they are not functioning, as this wall shows so much cracking that it is hydrostatically loaded. This is the seam between the east and the wall and the next property. This is where our property that we're inspecting is. That's the end of it. Now we're going to turn around and we're going to take a. You can see the last batter pile has damage at the back of the pile, and now we're going to do an inspection on the lower part of the wall, showing the lower section of the seawall and the embedment of the panel. Video number 2, showing underwater section of the seawall. Inspection begins on the eastmost part, and direction travel is going to be to the west. And this is the westmost side of the property.